Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mikkel, the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the oldest stories ever told, a story from the very beginning of the Bible that still echoes loudly in our world today. I'm talking about Cain and Abel. You might remember the basics: two brothers, two offerings to God, one accepted, one rejected. What follows is a tragic spiral of jealousy, anger, and the first murder. It's a heavy story, but stick with me, because its lessons are incredibly relevant to our lives right now. So, let's set the scene. Cain is a farmer, a tiller of the ground, and Abel is a shepherd. Both bring an offering to God. Cain brings some of his crops, while Abel brings the best portions from the firstborn of his flock. The Bible says God looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but not on Cain's. Why? The text doesn't explicitly say. Some scholars suggest it was about the attitude of the heart. Abel gave his very best, while Cain's offering might have been more of an afterthought. It wasn't about the gift itself, but the giver. And this is where the story gets really interesting and incredibly modern. How did Cain react? He became very angry, and his face was downcast. He was filled with resentment and envy. Haven't we all been there? Maybe you didn't get the promotion you thought you deserved, while your coworker did. Maybe you see someone on social media living a life that seems perfect, and that little seed of jealousy starts to grow. That feeling is Cain's feeling. It's that toxic comparison game that we play every single day, fueled by what we see online and in our communities. God actually gives Cain a chance. He comes to him and asks, "Why are you angry? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." This is a powerful moment. God is essentially telling Cain, "Hey, I see you. I see your struggle. You have a choice here. You can master this feeling, or you can let it master you." This isn't about punishment. It's a warning and an invitation to choose a better path. God is saying that negative emotions are normal, but we have the power and responsibility to manage them. But Cain doesn't listen. He lets the jealousy fester. He invites his brother Abel out into the field and, overcome by his rage, he attacks and kills him. It's a devastating outcome that begins with a feeling we all know: envy. When God asks Cain where his brother is, Cain famously replies, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" This question hangs in the air, not just for Cain, but for all of us. The implied answer, of course, is yes. Yes, we are responsible for one another. We are meant to look out for each other, not let comparison and jealousy tear us apart. So, what does this ancient story teach us in our hyperconnected, often competitive world? First, it warns us about the danger of comparison. When we constantly measure our lives against others, we open the door to resentment. Just like Cain did, we forget to be grateful for our own harvests. Second, it teaches us that our feelings are not our destiny. We can feel anger, jealousy, and disappointment, but we have a choice in how we respond. We can choose to rule over those feelings, to seek understanding, and to focus on our own growth and character. Finally, it asks us that profound question: am I my brother's keeper? In a world that can often feel divided, the story of Cain and Abel is a timeless call to community, empathy, and responsibility. It encourages us to celebrate the successes of others instead of envying them, to offer support when someone is struggling, and to recognize that we are all connected. The next time you feel that spark of jealousy, remember Cain. Remember the choice he had, and choose to be your brother's and your sister's keeper. Thanks so much for watching and thinking through this with me today. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content that connects timeless wisdom with our modern lives. See you next time.